Chapter 26. The Herald Beyond the Veil. When echoes of gods fade, only the silence of what comes next remains. The world didn't celebrate. There were no cheers, no horns of victory, only silence and ash. The battle against Goku, if that could still be called Goku, was over. His presence had dissolved into threads of cosmic residue. The fractured sky above had begun to heal, but not because the war was won. It was because something else had noticed, and it was watching. Beneath the smoldering remains of Kylom Magna, the resistance moved cautiously. The burnt stone glistened with residual divine Kai, and every step hummed like walking atop a dying god's heartbeat. Saitama stood at the crater's edge, fists still trembling slightly, not from exhaustion, but anticipation. His punch had shattered what even Whis thought impossible. And yet, it didn't feel like an ending, more like a pause. Kyle approached, a data pad in her hand, armor scratched, and her silver hair stained with soot. The energy left behind. It's not fading, she muttered. Saitama looked at her. What does that mean? Whis hovered nearby, his expression unreadable. It means he wasn't just absorbed by the timeline. He'd left behind a key. Far away, beyond galaxies, beyond dimensions, a door opened, or rather, it blinked. There were no hinges, no wood, no frame, only the outline of a threshold hovering in a void made of nothing. Something stepped through, tall, featureless, robed in black and gold, no face, yet eyes were felt. The Herald. It walked through the silence between stars, and where it passed, history rewrote itself to forget what had been. Its mission was not conquest. It was preparation. Inside the Resistance command bunker, Piccolo and Gohan examined the key remains of Goku's final form. The samples resisted analysis, phasing in and out of standard quantum signatures. This isn't just Kai, Gohan muttered. It's coded information, like a map. Piccolo narrowed his eyes. To what? Just then, the room dimmed. The lights flickered, not due to power issues, but perception. Even light began to hesitate. Weiss turned his head sharply. It's begun, he whispered. Above the skies of Earth, the stars rearranged themselves, not metaphorically, literally. Constellations folded inward. The sky took on unnatural geometry, triangles within spheres, orbits folding into spirals that defied physics. Vegeta stared upward from the rebuilt capsule ruins. That's not celestial alignment, he said. That's someone forcing the cosmos into a shape. From behind him, Kale spoke softly. They're building a signal. Deep in the core of the Earth, ancient chambers long sealed by the Kais trembled. Stone tablets shattered. Forgotten bindings unraveled. In a vault not meant to open for 1,000 eternities, a voice awoke. The Weaver comes. A name older than gods, older than time. Saitama didn't pretend to understand all of it. What he did know was this. Something worse than Goku had taken interest. He stood outside the resistance chamber looking at the broken horizon. Bits of sky still twitched with unrepaired fissures. He clenched his fists. Why can't this be simple? He muttered. From behind, Wise joined him. Because simple things don't survive gods. Saitama turned. So what is it? This herald? Whis's gaze was grave. A precursor. The left hand of something not meant to exist. The Weaver? Whis nodded. An entity older than divine law. One that doesn't govern timelines, but spins them. Back in the Resistance map chamber, Kale and Gohan activated the last surveillance probes scattered throughout the planetary edges. What they saw wasn't a fleet, not ships, but threads. Thousands, millions. Glowing filaments stretching across the void like veins in the universe, all converging toward one point. Earth. And at the center, walking calmly, was the Herald. It didn't radiate Kai. It didn't speak. It simply approached, and with each step, the fabric of reality grew quieter. "We have to stop it," Kale snapped. Gohan frowned. "We don't even know how it works. Every energy scan comes back clean. No life. No soul. No mind. It's like the concept of an arrival given form." Whis folded his arms. "You cannot kill what exists outside purpose, but perhaps you can delay it." Saitama cracked his knuckles. "If it walks, I can punch it," Vegeta scoffed. "That's your plan?" Saitama shrugged. "Worked so far." They launched the mission that night. A final offensive. Saitama, Vegeta, Gohan, Piccolo, and Kyle, accompanied by Whis, who refrained from interfering, only guiding. They found the Herald in the desert ruins of old Western capital, standing in the center of what once was the tournament arena. The air warped around it like glass under pressure. The Herald raised its hand. Behind it, a veil tore open, and the threads of the loom emerged. The battle began with no warning. Vegeta launched first, Ultra Ego blazing. His fists tore through air and stone alike, but the Herald bent time around each blow. Gohan followed, tapping into his beast form, but the creature unwove his energy mid-strike. Piccolo shouted incantations taught to him by the Namekian archives, sealing runes drawn in the dirt, but they fizzled. Kale fired pulse cannons enhanced with Goku's residual Q, but they passed through the Herald as though it were memory. Saitama moved last, and when he did, the entire arena cracked. His punch met the Herald's chest, and for the first time, the creature reacted. It staggered. A sound emerged, not a cry, not a roar, but thread snapping. From the creature's robe, strands of multiversal law unraveled, exposing a core. Inside was not a heart, but a spindle. Saitama stepped back. "Okay, that's new." Whis' eyes widened. "It's a living anchor. It's not here to kill. It's here to fix what Goku broke," Kale shouted. "But its fixing deletes everything." The Herald raised its hands. From the sky, the threads descended, and they began to pull. The world itself bent. Cities began folding into strings of data. Time reversed in select regions. Trees decomposed into seeds. Children aged backward into sparks of potential. It wasn't violence. It was reformatting. Saitama roared, leaping into the sky, punching through one of the descending threads. It snapped. The Herald reeled. "Keep doing that," Gohan shouted. But more threads fell. Piccolo was caught in one. His form distorted, stretched, pulled across 4 moments at once. "Piccolo!" Gohan shouted. Vegeta flew up, slicing through threads with bursts of controlled destruction. Kale diverted power from the resistance barrier into anti-reality fields. It worked. For now. Whis finally moved. He floated to the Herald, whispering something in divine language. The Herald stopped, then turned to him, and for the first time, spoke. Its voice came from every direction, every version of yourself at once. "The Weaver has seen." Whis paled. "No." Suddenly, every shadow deepened. The threads bent inward, and from the sky, through the broken veil, she descended. She didn't fall. She arrived. The Weaver. The sky turned inside out. Stars aligned into a spiral sigil. Every being across every timeline felt a chill in their soul. She hovered just above the arena. A woman, but not. Hair like unraveling nebulae. Eyes vast and infinite. Every inch of her body glowed with authorship. She did not govern reality. She wrote it. The Weaver extended her hand. The Herald bowed. Whis fell to his knees. Saitama remained standing. "You're the big boss, huh?" he muttered. The Weaver didn't smile. "You are a thread that cut itself free." Her voice didn't echo. It reverberated across fate. "I must sew you back in. or burn the cloth. The team regrouped as the world trembled. Kale whispered, "Is this it? Are we just undone?" Whis gritted his teeth. "She can't be fought." Saitama stepped forward. "Can she be punched?" Everyone stared. Whis muttered, "I don't know." Saitama nodded. "Good enough." And with that, he launched himself skyward, straight toward the Weaver. Time paused. The universe blinked. Saitama's fist met the Weaver's palm. And for the first time since creation, she stepped back, not in fear, in recognition. "You are not of the loom," she whispered. "You are a rift." Saitama's eyes narrowed. "I'm a guy who got tired of boredom, that's all." She gazed through him and smiled. "The balance is broken, but you may yet be its answer." Then she raised her other hand, and reality cracked inwards. The ground shattered. Threads swirled. Kale screamed as the bunker collapsed. Gohan covered Piccolo's fading form. Vegeta tried to hold the sky apart with sheer Kai. Saitama punched again and again. Each blow rewrote the rules, until one landed not on her, but on the spindle inside her heart, and the loom snapped. Silence. The threads turned to light. The herald disintegrated into gold. The Weaver's body shimmered, cracking with cosmic fracture. "I see now," she whispered. "You are not anomaly. You are editor." And then she vanished. The world didn't collapse. It paused, then slowly resumed. Gravity returned, skies healed, and somewhere, deep beneath the ruins, a seedling sprouted where no tree had grown in centuries. End of chapter 26.